Just want to talk to you today about some tips and tricks to save you time between those back-to-back classes. Stay tuned! So if you want to follow along, we are going to need a computer. If you are a part of Google Slides, you are going to want to have your planner open and ready to go. If you're not, you need to go to the Facebook group on Google Slides and get that planner. If you don't, maybe you make your own slides or you use some other website. This can help. Comment below your time-saving tip. So let's talk about time-saving tips. Most of you have heard of the Google Slides Planner and may be using it in your classroom currently. But if you aren't, you need to head over to the Facebook group, Google Slides. Get in there and get this planner. It is amazing. So what you're going to do, once the planner is open, my time-saving tip is to use layout with it, this layout manager. If you are working in Chrome, it is a Chrome extension. Now I use the Opera browser for my Windows when I have Google Slides open because I find that it uses a little less computer and data, and Google Slides for me has worked just fine with the Opera browser. So that is the browser I'm in. It's real similar. It will use the Chrome extensions just like they work in Chrome. So let me show you how I use this. Usually I have more than this. I just did a couple of them real quick to show you guys. So this is how you set it up. First, you're going to open up the Google Slides that you want to use. I use the props and the rewards. If you only use one, only open one. It'll work with just one. So I open them. And then this is a trick. I can't remember who I got this trick from off of the Facebook group. But if you will go and take this last part from where it says edit all the way to the end and type the word preview, it will put it into preview mode, which allows you to, you still have the toolbar, which I'll show you, but it's not quite so much in the way. So the next thing that I do is I go and make it the size window I want. Now you might want to make your window a different size. This is how small I make my windows. And I place them here. I have also placed them over here on the side. I'm trying this way out currently because when I'm using the app and I have a UA, I want to be able to open it fully right here. As you can, well, let's see, bring that down a little bit so you can see. You still have the toolbar here. I can click through just like normal. I use Minicam. So once I open Minicam, I just put my preset custom window right over these and size them. And if you set these in the same place every time, it'll show up right underneath your preset for all your classes. So when you're doing those back-to-back classes, it'll be very helpful. Let me show you. So once I have it minimized and I have it on the desktop where I want it, I click on Layout Manager. It doesn't matter in whichever window. And then I usually type the name of the student. So if it's Kelly, I type in Kelly, and I do the time because sometimes when I'm in a hurry, I'm just like, oh, my next one is 6 o'clock. I just want to find the 6 o'clock. So I type in the name and I will put 6 a.m. because sometimes I do evening classes and sometimes I set up for the whole day depending on how many classes it is.
and then click Save. And that's it. And it is ready to go. Then I will teach that class. When I am finished and I'm ready to go to the next class, I will, maybe I have this 7 a.m. You go back to the layout manager. Now, watch down here as it will pull up what I had for 7 a.m. And I'm ready to click on the classroom and go into the next class. That's it. Sometimes one of the windows doesn't close, so I just come over here and just click that one closed and keep going. Now here's the cool part. If you go to your email while you're in Opera or whatever browser and you download it, I have a downloads button in Opera right here. This is the planner. It'll open it right in this window. So I go through the night before or the day before, and I just click on my next class. That side I do rewards, and this side I do the props, and then I just close out the previous window. I go ahead and erase back to that edit and type in that preview like I showed you earlier. Really, if I have a lot, like if I have 10 in a day, I usually just copy that word preview so I can just erase and paste. But since I'm just doing a couple today. Then all I have to do is go here. I'm going to save this as the next student, 7:30 a.m. Click Save. Then you can just go back to your download, open the planner again, go to the next student, and click on theirs and do the exact same thing. You want to close out the other tab, otherwise it's going to leave open that tab, and my computer has enough RAM, but it doesn't have a whole lot of RAM. So I have to close out some stuff. Plus, that will help with your latency issues if you're having any issues with that. And then I click Save for that next student at 8 a.m. And then I close everything out for the night. And when I wake up in the morning, I click on the browser. I open Layout Manager. My first class is 5:30. I click on it. Bam. While that's opening up, I go down and open the app. It's already in preview mode. I don't have to do it that morning. And I set that up there. I open Minicam and get my presets set up there. And then if you're not doing sticky notes, I highly recommend doing some sticky notes over here as well. It makes it quick and easy to just type, or you can make it small down here, or you can arrange your layout however you want to do it. It will save wherever you put those windows. So if you put them in the top left or all on the right, if you put them over here, if you make them long because you like them bigger, you can do that. You like it, maybe you only use one and use up that whole side like that. It is really however you want it to go, and it will save it that way. Let me show you. See? And it'll put it on the right side. So this is just a quick tip that has saved me a lot of time now that I've started doing back to back. I don't know if I'm still considered new. I'm still a few months in. and definitely on my first contract. And I've done some back-to-backs with like 2 classes or 3 classes. But over this last month, I would say I have started venturing out and doing like 6 classes back-to-back. That seems to be working well. And this has saved me a ton of time between classes. So hopefully it'll save you some time. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and click the notification bell. See you next time.